But first up, what could be the biggest banking fraud in India? Punjab National Bank has detected 11,400 crore rupees scam in which billionaire Nirav Modi allegedly acquired fraudulent letters of undertaking to get overseas loans from other Indian banks or lenders. Punjab National Bank alleges that Nirav Modi and his aide, they worked with a few PNB officials at a Mumbai branch to obtain these letters of understanding, these fraudulent letters in 2010 without following due procedures. And in order to avoid detection, they transmitted instructions to the Hong Kong branches of Allahabad Bank and Axis Bank. Punjab National Bank has so far suspended 10 officials. The Enforcement Directorate is presently investigating the charges. CBI has already lodged an FIR in the case. The probe agency is conducting searches at Nirav Modi's 9 properties and has also seized documents. Data is being examined by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, not just Nirav Modi, but 3 other noted jewellers, including Gitanjali, Guinea and Nakshatra, are also under the scanner. Remember, Punjab National Bank had lodged an FIR with the CBI stating that fraudulent letters worth 280 crore rupees were first issued in January last year. But sources in the Punjab National Bank had kept the scam under wraps since 2011.
PNB's complaint, states that, there has been, involvement of officials of the bank who, acted with, a few account holders who were the beneficiaries of, the fraudulent transactions. So definitely, there is involvement of insiders, bank employees in this. That seems to be the case.
In fact, our correspondents did reach the branch in Mumbai of Punjab National Bank through which these fraudulent letters were being issued, on the basis of which the other lenders were giving loans to Nirav Modi and other jewellers. And this is what the conversation was.
नीरव मोदी का अकाउंट यहीं था।
अकाउंट उनका है हमारे।
अच्छा, नीरव मोदी का यही अकाउंट है।
अकाउंट है हमारे।
क्योंकि पूरा केस उन्हीं को लेकर है ना, इसलिए 280 करोड़ का भी उन्हीं को लेकर जो फर्स्ट कंप्लेन हुआ है। उसके बाद जो अभी 2 कंप्लेन कल जो सीबीआई में फाइल हुई है ऑन द 11,000 करोड़ वाला, वो भी नीरव मोदी के खिलाफ ही है। तो उसका भी अकाउंट यही है ना सर?
कंप्लेन डिटेल्स मेरे पास सही में फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, first thing, I don't have any information in this.
That's okay.
Second thing, I'm not authorized to speak.
I know that.
To any media.
I completely understand. But बस ये कि नीरव मोदी का अकाउंट यही है ना पूरा सर, जो उनके फैमिली का, उनकी बीवी का, उनका मेहुल चौकसी का,
नीरव मोदी का जो कॉर्पोरेट अकाउंट है तो यहाँ पे
यही पे, और जो भी हुआ यही हुआ फिर।
Let me go straight across now to India Today's Viren Singh Gunavat. We'll also be joined by Mumbai Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi for more on this. And Viren, you're really there in the midst of all the action. You got a chance to visit this branch in Mumbai of Punjab National Bank. What else have you been able to gather? And tell us a little bit about the ongoing raids by the Enforcement Directorate.
First of all, the first information, Avantika, that is also coming right now is that Nirav Modi is not in the country, and the sources from Enforcement Directorate have told India Today that right now he's at Switzerland. And what he's doing at Switzerland, when he reached Switzerland, because that would be definitely a question, because if all the multi-agencies are started working on it, investigation is taking place, searches are going on, and the main owner and the main culprit accused in this entire 11,400 crore case, Nirav Modi, is in Switzerland. So are we expecting another in the Malia who is absconding, and who might not be coming to the country if the investigation, goes on, because he would be definitely in the coming days, he would be summoned. He would be likely to be questioned. He would be definitely called to, for the further investigation. Whether he'll be coming to the country or not, that is the big question mark in the coming days. But yes, right now Enforcement Directorate is conducting searches at least at 9 to 10 locations across the country. 4 locations in Mumbai, a few locations in Delhi and Surat, because the Surat is a prominent place where the special economic zone, the units are being located at Surat, where the diamond import and export normally takes place of Nirav Modi, and that's the reason the ED are conducting searches there. CBI have already started the investigation on 2 major complaints. One complaint is that is for rupees 280 crore, and second complaint is for 11,000 crore. So definitely they are working on 2 complaints, and we have been told that few arrests could be possible in next some hours or maybe 1 or 2 days. That is inevitable. Let me quote what the CBI said. So definitely big action is expected, and the investigation had just begun, because as per the CBI FIR, the modus operandi is very interesting, because it's a circular trading. The money has been rotated by Nirav Modi and his family members and the companies, the shell companies. So definitely the big amount, and with the involvement of the bank officials, that is very important. Since 2011 till today, what the PNB officials were doing, that would be definitely under question.
Sahil, this is a massive fraud that has been unearthed, and this is a massive fraud that has been detected. It's shocking how could this fraud over the years been pulled off, how Punjab National Bank didn't even get a whiff of it, how, you know, letters of understanding were being issued on Punjab National Bank on the basis of which other lenders were giving credit to these famous jewelers. It's absolutely shocking. We're talking about $1.77 billion of money here.
You know, Avantika, this is really interesting, because I'm just reading the FIR copy the CBI has registered against Nirav Modi and his associates and their companies. And now this is really interesting. The PNB actually, a letter which they submitted to the Joint Director of Central Bureau of Investigation, that is CBI Mumbai, on 29th of January 2018. Now here comes that how actually PNB got to know that such kind of fraud is happening in the bank. So the letter says that the bank branch office, that is corporate branch in Mumbai, some fraudulent issuance of letter of undertakings, that is LOU, that is letter of credit we say, for on behalf of set of partnership firms, that is Solar Experts, Stellar and Mehul Choksi, who is uncle of Nirav Modi, he's Nirav Modi's uncle, have transpired when on 16th of January on 2018, the above said firms approached the banks and presented a set of import documents to the branch with request to allow buyers credit for making payment to the overseas suppliers. Since there was no sanctioned limit in the same of the above firm, the branch officials requested the firms to furnish at least 100% cash margin for issuing LOU for raising buyers credit. Now this is when they understood that there is some kind of a fraud which has happened here. The firms contested that they have been availing the facility in the past, but also the branch records did not reveal details of any such facility. So they were telling the branch officials that they are already availing this facility. Why the bank is not issuing that particular facility? Then they got to know that there was a letter which was issued even before. So that is the reason why the bank found out finally that Gokulnath Shetty, the deputy bank manager of that particular branch, who is retired on 31st May 2017, that is 1 year back. This person is already retired, and who was posted in this branch since 2010, has been issuing these letters to Nirav Modi and the companies, and that is how they found out that the facility which they were availing of letter of credit, which was not supposed to be given to these banks, as they were not furnishing this 100% cash margin for issuing such kind of LOU. So that is something when the banks realize that this is what is happening in the bank, and this is really sad that a public sector undertaking bank finally got to know that such kind of things were happening in connivance with their own officials for so many years. And they got to know when someone approached them and the bank manager raised the issue that they cannot issue such kind of a letter, then they finally got about it.
But this is shocking, isn't it? I mean, the findings and the revelations is bizarre, Sahil. I'm just going to come to you, but for the benefit of our viewers, we'll just get you a quick synopsis of this massive bank fraud that has been detected. Take a look at the liability that is faced by Punjab National Bank. 11,300 crore rupees. This is a shocking declaration made by the public sector bank, the country's second biggest state lender. The liability faced by Punjab National Bank is at 11,300 crores, but the liability faced by lenders and other banks is at 11,000 crores, because there was letter of understandings that were being issued on behalf of Punjab National Bank, on the basis of which other banks like the Union Bank of India, Allahabad Bank, Axis Bank, in fact, were giving credit to these high-profile jewelers, including including Nirav Modi. Then you have also the number of total banks that have been affected are 30. In fact, a concerned finance minister has already reached out to all of the banks to send reports immediately related to this case, or if they have any information of such dealings that have been allegedly going on. And PNB employees under this lens are 10. So there are 10 officials of the Punjab National Bank who have been suspended. Investigations presently are going on. Raids are being conducted across 9 properties of Nirav Modi and his associates. PNB stock has plunged. Obviously, it's a public sector bank, and the declaration made by Punjab National Bank has alarmed the shareholders. 7% in early trade already that we are getting to hear. Viren Singh Gunawat is also with us. And Viren, tell me something. When you went to this particular branch in Mumbai of the Punjab National Bank, I can understand that right now everything is under investigation and he would be very cagey to divulge information. But what else did he tell you about Nirav Modi, a high-profile clientele? I mean, he's somebody who is known not just in India, but across the globe.
That's true, Avantika, because this is a very crucial branch in South Mumbai at Fort area, and on the left side there's the corporate house of Tata Group. On the right side there's a big bank. So this is the entire banking zone, and all the major high net worth individuals and the richest bank customers have their account here. And that's the reason when India Today team went inside, the branch manager told us that the corporate account of Nirav Modi and his family members are with that particular bank. So they accepted that all the account is in this particular branch, but they denied, saying that we don't know much about the investigation. But when we went inside, the normal business is going on. All the bank employees are sitting on the counter. They are doing their normal work. So you won't see that there's some kind of big shocking thing is happening inside and the people are going haywire somewhere. It's not happening. They are very normal and they are doing business. But one important aspect I would like to point out here, rightly said, the finance minister has sought details from 30 banks to submit their report as soon as possible, because those sources from Punjab National Bank are saying that they had been cautioning 30 banks, to just stay away from Nirav Modi company, because important part is that the Punjab National Bank have raised an alarm of 11,400 crore. We don't know how much money have already gone out and whether all the other banks have even their money has gone out, because that is the part of investigation. Is it going to be a big scam, maybe more than $1.7 million?
Absolutely. And, I'm going to go back to our Mumbai Bureau Chief Sahil Joshi. He's also there with us. He has all the information. So this is Nirav Modi, who's built quite a reputation for himself over the years, and he has quite an impressive clientele. I mean, he hobnobs with Hollywood A-listers. The biggest Bollywood stars are his brand ambassadors. And Sahil, what's surprising is that this probably could just be the tip of the iceberg, with the finance ministry now asking all of the other banks to immediately report about any such information. But how was this fraud detected, Sahil? How really did Punjab National Bank realize that all of this has been going on for just so many years?
No, again, if I would quote the CBI FIR at the letter which was submitted by the PNB on for the first FIR letter, that is on 29th of January 2018, which was submitted to CBI Deputy Director. The letter actually says that when the bank actually started investigating that, how come these companies were availing this facility without submitting 100% cash margin in the company, in the bank. So they found out that these two people, I mean, the deputy manager of that particular bank, who was looking after the overseas accounts and transactions of that particular branch, it clearly says that they found out that these two officials, Gokulnath Shetty and Manoj Kharat, they have issued 2 LOUs on behalf of Nirav Modi and his group of companies to the Allahabad Bank at Hong Kong. That is the first one they found out. Okay. Then they also found out that this was issued in 2017, that is on February 2017. The other letter which they have found out that 3 LOUs were issued on the same for the same banks in favoring the Axis Bank at Hong Kong. So most of the transactions which for which the LOUs were used was because for the banks which were situated in Hong Kong. So that is how they found out the first instance. That is, this case is of around 280 crores. But later when the banks dig into it, the PNB basically dig into it, because they continued with these particular transactions made by this particular branch and these two officials. They found out that many more LOUs were issued by this particular branch for the transactions for these particular companies. Now, issuance of LOUs is nothing new in the banking system, but for that, the bank definitely, the bank which is issuing the LOU needs a particular cash margin and the other rules followed. And they found out that these two officials did not follow these particular rules. These officials had the authority to issue a particular letter of credit to a account holder in that particular bank, but they did not follow the proper procedures for that. And when the bank started asking for money from this particular bank, and they got to know that this particular letter of credit has been issued, then they found out that actually there is something fraud which has happened. So now it's a big question for PNB, because letter of credit has definitely been issued on the letterhead of PNB. It's an official letter of credit, and now they are just saying that they're one of their employee who had an authority to issue that letter of credit has created a fraud. So that is something which clearly talks about this checks and balances in the banking system, especially in a country like India.
Absolutely. You know, Sahil, thank you so much for giving us all those details and throwing light on the massive fraud, this corruption that has been going on for just so many years, which has been detected, which has been unearthed. And look at the amount of money. We're talking 11,400 crore rupees. Accused of massive fraud and missing from the country is another person, Vijay Mallya. And now we are getting to hear of a famous celebrity jewelry designer, Nirav Modi, former liquor baron. Vijay Mallya, who has been accused of 9,000 crore rupees and money laundering, has been absconding from the country since 2016 and has very conveniently been staying in the United Kingdom. And now we have Nirav Modi also, who is not in India. That's what Viren Singh Gunawat just told us. He is not in India. He, in fact, is presently in Switzerland after he has been accused of this 11,400 crore rupees fraud. He finds himself in the midst of this massive scam that has been detected. And Viren, that's the big question. Will the same treatment now be applied to Nirav Modi like Vijay Mallya? Because it's going to be such a challenge to bring Nirav Modi now back to India and make him face the investigations.
That's true, because it's not the end, it's just the beginning, it's a tip of an iceberg. It's not, as mentioning, it's not just 11,400 crore scam. It could go on beyond, because money, the big money might have gone across the country as well, because Nirav Modi has to be questioned, and whether he'll be coming to India before all the agencies, that's a big question mark. Another thing, just a brief up. Nirav Modi is always in the blacklist of Income Tax Department. A few months in January, income tax searches took place for the tax evasion on Nirav Modi in 20 different locations. The Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, DRI, have investigated against Nirav Modi in 2014 and 15 for evading custom duty, for importing high-value diamonds and exporting low-quality diamond outside the country. That's what Nirav Modi is all about. He is across all the agencies in the blacklist.
Shocking bit of news coming in there. Viren, I'll have to thank you now, but we'll keep coming back to you for further information and updates on the raids being conducted by the Enforcement Directorate in Mumbai across 9 properties belonging to Nirav Modi, the famous jewelry designer, and his family members as well.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.